Body was hosting us all for dinner. The first meeting of the hotel co-owners.
And the last.
We took a tour of the grounds before sitting down to dinner.
Our oh-so-gracious host rises for a toast.
Says we're all out. Not getting a cent.
Goes on to say that if we even tell a soul, he'll ruin our lives.
And they say politicians are dirty.
I've had plenty of terrible dinners. This one left a different kind of bad taste in my mouth.
Didn't even have time to enjoy dessert before getting our next course. Blackmail.
Well, Body had, sensitive information on all of us.
Almost as sensitive as Scarlet.
At least I've only ever heard reputations. It appears the others have real skeletons in their closets.
Skeletons? Yeah, right. None of these people had to work to get where they are. Me, I had to fight. And now there's potential it was all for nothing.
There's always somebody trying to sour my good name. Nothing I haven't felt before.
Look, I'm just a math professor. I can't even imagine what the others are hiding.
Oh, everybody had secrets. Big ones. Question is, who'd kill the keeper?
We all stormed out. I made a beeline to the library.
I went to the study where it's quiet. I couldn't hear myself think over Scarlet's crying.
I rushed to the kitchen. I think best with a light snack.
Came here to the billiards room to be alone. Heard quite a ruckus from the conservatory. Maybe a fight.
I was in the hall. Green saw me when he walked past. And I heard some banging from the study.
I was here in the lounge the whole time. No idea what she's talking about. But Scarlet? I saw her leaving the kitchen, carrying a lead pipe.
Nonsense. I never left this room.
And then I heard a gunshot, and that's when I found him, Mustard, in the dining room with the revolver.
We all got there as fast as we could. But it was too late.
Darling Body was dead.
I'll admit I picked up that antique revolver. There's something about a deadly weapon that clears my head.
Ha! Nerves and deadly weapons don't seem like a good mix. Not much of an alibi.
Well, speaking of nerves, you know that plum fella's been shaking like he's holding a live grenade. I say a fidgety man is a guilty man.
Who isn't nervous after discovering a body? Like I said, I was in the library, reading.
Well, feels odd, don't it? Sticking your nose in a book at a time like that. Seems he'd have plenty of time to get upstairs and kill the man.
Come on! Who do you believe? The guy with the book or the guy with the gun?
I'm terribly sorry. I find it concerning that no one else shows remorse for dear Body. Especially Peacock.
What is this, a therapy session? I can see right through her blubbering. She's probably the mastermind behind the whole thing.
Shouldn't she be more upset? She's their lawyer. Practically part of the family.
A murder at a gathering of the town's elite would be big news for her little column. She'd kill for new followers, perhaps even literally.
I must admit, she's got quite the poker face. But one only needs a poker face if they're hiding something.
While we're here, is there a way to assure my voters that I had nothing to do with any of this? Do I have time for a quick press conference?
Oh, are we making requests now? In that case, I request to know why Mayor Green walked outside tonight.
The chef sure is concerned with my whereabouts. She's probably coming after me because I didn't accept her request to open a rooftop bar.
Please, that's ancient history. Tonight, I saw him walk out of the mansion. What could he possibly have been doing?
Yes. Took a phone call from my advisor. Just good, clean business. But White wouldn't know anything about that.
Right. Politics. Famously honest.
My theory? Scarlet. In the kitchen with the lead pipe.
My vote is on Green, but not for mayor.
I saw him holding a revolver. In my field, we call that evidence.
I shot something, but I'm no murderer. It was his portrait now. Did I pretend it was him when I shot it square through the eyes? Sure. But I didn't kill the man. On my honor.
Logically speaking, he technically shot Body once. So the statistical probability of him doing it twice is very high.
Now, are we really gonna listen to a man who talks to himself in a room full of people He was mumbling about a body's rich, but not for long.
Oh, be serious. I was making a joke. Thought the room needed some comedic relief.
We're wasting time here. There's a killer in this mansion.
Now, you see that, solicitor? No gunshot wound.
Ha, that doesn't mean anything. Haven't you ever heard of a pistol whip? Do I need to educate you on basic weaponry?
Now, having been in combat, I can tell you, blunt force trauma could be anything.
There's no other explanation. It was Mustard in the dining room with the revolver.
I wouldn't rule out anyone just yet. Except me, of course.
You want to know if I hacked that bank account? Please, a baby could hack that account. You gonna question all the local babies? I was just taking what I was originally promised.
Bloody brilliant to place himself somewhere else in the mansion. I must say, I respect the audacity, even if he is probably a murderer.
I was working fast, you know? And knocked over that stupid candlestick and bent it.
Man's a genius. Hacking the body's account would have taken him all of 3 minutes. Not much of an alibi.
I'll take that sorry attempt at an accusation as a compliment, Colonel. As a matter of fact, you take a little theory.
Enough with the secrets! I can't hold it in any longer. I tried to break into the safe with the lead pipe. I spotted the safe during the tour, and after the news of the blackmail, well, I was desperate.
Huh. I'd hate to say I told you so, but...
Who knew what information was hiding in there? I tried to break the lock, but you might say it broke me instead.
She could easily have broken that nail herself and planted it. Pretty smart. Especially for her.
Then something startled me, and I stashed the pipe in a plant and hid. And it sounds mad, but I saw Peacock come out of some sort of secret passageway and toss a rope in the fire.
Secret passageway?
Sounds like more of her made-up nonsense.
She literally tells lies for a living. And this one might be the most ridiculous yet.
Oh, pish-posh, solicitor. She claims I planted evidence. I saw her destroy evidence. Which is worse.
Secret passageways in the mansion? And White's hair? Interesting. Perhaps White and Scarlet are a dynamic duo.
I would remember if I were in a kitchen. I run a kitchen.
She doesn't run a kitchen. She runs a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, look who's bringing up schemes. Politicians love a good cover-up. I remember when he had a full-on meltdown in my restaurant. Didn't even make it to the press.
If I may, my sources have also told me the mayor does have quite a temper problem.
That's fake news. I'm telling you, the chef and the gossip were working together. It was White and Scarlet. In the kitchen with the pipe. Let me start by saying I am deeply sorry for losing my temper. I destroyed the conservatory and it did not deserve that.
My dear readers, if you've kept up, you're not surprised. Not one bit.
And then I spotted that Ring camera. And I couldn't have you, my voters, seeing me like that.
His real problems lie within what his voters are not seeing.
I did what any everyday American would do. I took a secret passage to the lounge, hid the wrench in the couch cushions, and approached the guard with a mutually beneficial deal.
I'll give him one thing. The man really knows how to twist the truth.
Now, I want to talk about something of much importance. On my way back to the mansion, I saw someone crawl out of the kitchen window. Seems it could only be one of two people. Scarlet or White.
No, I never climbed out the window. How ridiculous. Green will say anything to keep you off his trail. Unless it's his campaign trail.
I take offense to that statement. My campaign trail's a very exclusive place.
And no, I didn't note any blood on the dagger. It is a dagger, though. Might have been used by Boddy or his sketchy family in the past.
Right. The past.
But I did hear some intense arguing coming from the ballroom. Peacock and Boddy came stumbling out. He wasn't dead yet, but from the looks of it, he was close.
It seems the chef has tasted one too many wine pairings. I was in the study. Does she need me to draw her a map?
Word on the street is that Peacock was trying to fly away.
To a place with no extradition laws, no less.
I was going on a trip. I told Scarlett at dinner. I guess it wasn't juicy enough for her to remember.
She never said that. She barely said anything. Hard to chit-chat with your nose in the air.
And the paperwork. Well, that just must have been some sort of mistake. My airhead assistant.
Yep. She thinks everyone's airheaded.
She's evil. I knew it the second she walked through the door.
They have no idea what they're talking about. If any of them had a brain cell between them, they'd know it's impossible.
I literally have a PhD.
You're wrong. You're all wrong. It couldn't have been me, and I know that for certain. Because I strangled him in the ballroom with a rope, and then I found him in the dining room. You see, I couldn't have killed him. I wasn't successful. Body came to me for legal advice about adjustments to the hotel ownership. I saw right through it. I wrote myself in, and I made a plan to kill him. He couldn't outsmart me. After the announcement, I asked to speak with Body in the ballroom. Then I grabbed the rope tie from the curtain, strangled him, and left him for dead. I ran to the kitchen and took the secret passageway to the study. I threw the rope in the fire. Then I heard a gunshot and found Mustard with Body in the dining room. It was the ultimate out. After all I've done for Body, his father's will, all his dirty work, he had crossed me for the final time.
So, she broke into the safe where the will was and had tons of dirt on Black Senior. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Green might have been right all along.
Gentlemen, if I were a betting man, I'd be making a fortune on this.
Goodness, no! I had no idea what was in the safe. I only wanted to get my revenge on Body. I've got nothing to do with his father or his will.
Even a British accent can't make those lies sound true.
And how did she know all that about the family and Black Senior?
A journalist never reveals her sources.
Of course she won't reveal her sources. She is her sources. She knows more than she's letting on.
Starting to look like Scarlett will be wearing orange soon.
Fine. I guess this is no time for journalistic integrity. My source is the security guard. He told me everything.
See, all this time we were worried about some stupid will. Meanwhile, Mustard's running around with a second gun.
My firearm? Of course I had it. They don't call me Colonel for nothing.
So my theory still stands. Mustard in the dining room with the revolver. Or his own firearm. Although Plum is looking worse and worse by the minute.
Okay, fine. I lied about staying in the library. I left to try some of that dessert that we never got. I knew that being in the dining room would make me look bad.
Well, it don't take a genius to figure that one out.
But since when does having a sweet tooth make me a murderer?
Oh, it doesn't. But murdering Body makes him a murderer.
Look around. We're surrounded by con artists. I can't be the only one who lied. There has to be something we missed.
Fingerprints don't lie. It seems Plum does, though.
A piece of cake isn't exactly a smoking gun. You know what is? An actual gun.
Scarlett was clearly going after that will in the study. Between that and her changing shoes, I know she's hiding something.
Yes, of course I changed my shoes. This may come as a shock to you, but I don't actually wear heels 24/7.
What business did White have crawling out that window? There's really only one explanation.
Yeah, and it's that I was sneaking out to see where he was going. Are we just going to ignore the blood in the passageway? How he clearly dragged Body through it?
Blood in the passageway? Must have injured myself in the conservatory. Lots of stone flying around.
Sure, just stone.
If you ask me, the attempted murderer Peacock hasn't quite cleared her name. The earring tells an entirely different story.
That earring tells no story at all. Scarlett, on the other hand, well, she's told quite a few.
I don't envy you investigators. You've got quite the mess on your hands.
Those shady elitists, they're all the same. They'd kill to get what they want. We were about to serve the last course, but Mr. Black dismissed us. I think he didn't want us to see what was about to happen, so we gathered our things and left. I don't know what he said to them after that, but there was a lot of commotion, I'll tell you. And not the happy kind. I realised I forgot my coat, so I went back to the kitchen, and that wretched Scarlet lady, she bursts in and yells for me to leave. And then on the way out, I see Mustard with a gun, looking like he got caught, I'll tell you. And White, sitting in the hall. What was that about? If you ask me, all about money. It always is.
Typical night. Was outside the premises at my post. Junior had some guests. Wasn't paying much attention, to be honest. That family has always treated me like dirt. No days off, no bonuses. Not sure they even know my name. Anyway, then Green comes up to my station asking me to delete all the footage from that night. I stood my ground. No way, I told him. But then he waved some money in my face, and not just a little. So I took it. But guess what? I never deleted anything. Yeah, I helped the lady with the article back in the day. Told her everything I knew, which was a lot. I'd happily take a pretty penny to throw those people under the bus. You see things work in security, and what I saw, I didn't like. That family had no loyalty, no morals. Black Senior, he was having affairs, running around, asked me to keep it a secret from his wife and kid. It was a real piece of work. Junior wasn't great, of course, but even a kid like him didn't deserve a dad like that.
You are receiving a call from Hugh County Correctional Facility.
Yep, it's me. Surprise! I am the offspring of Black Senior and the local waitress. Obviously, big Mr. Moneybags couldn't have a secret kid running around. So he sent my mom and me back to Ireland, and I grew up poor. I heard about Dad's death and wondered if he'd leave me anything. Didn't get my hopes up. But that night, I heard Peacock and Body say something about a will at dinner. They thought no one was listening, so I decided to go and find it. The combination? My mom's birthday. Lucky guess. I put it back and went to the hall. That's when I saw Body and decided to act. I grabbed the dagger and followed him to the dining room when he was weak. He fought back some, so I caught him by surprise and hit him with the handle. Took his family ring too, since I'm an only child now. Then I washed off the dagger in the kitchen, not well enough, I guess, and climbed out of the kitchen window and walked through the front door. I put the dagger back and figured I was home free. And then I heard the gunshot. Do I feel bad? I've never felt less bad. I feel grand. Oh, and by the way, check out your local bookstore for my latest recipe book, Shiv Dinners.